Beacon Mayor Randy Casale is going for another term. That wasn't the plan when he first took over as mayor 3.5 years ago. He wanted to be a one-and-done elected official so he could make decisions without having to worry about future votes. And judging by some of the early decisions he made, Randy Casale might have been a one-and-done mayor whether he wanted to or not. Reducing the detectives on the police force, consolidating 2 firehouses into 1, and some other decisions that were not very popular. But now, some 3.5 years later, Randy is very popular, and those controversial decisions seem to have been the right ones for Beacon's growth and sustainability. And all of a sudden, one and done has turned into, let's run for another one.
The last year, I have had people come up to me, new residents of Beacon, older residents of Beacon, and said, "You got to run again. You got to run again." And I still was going to stick to my gun, one and done. But there's some things that I haven't got accomplished completely yet. That when I took office, I ran to take on the hard issues.
And he certainly did, taking on the police department, the fire department, and anything else that he felt was needed to improve the city he's lived in all his life.
They're not easy issues to take on, and that's why I said one and done, because I wanted to do it without thinking about what it does with votes, because sometimes when you make the right decision, it's not the popular decision. And we're not quite there yet, and that's what the people asking me to run again, and knowing that I haven't finished what I started out to do, I'm going to give it a shot, and hopefully I'll get reelected to finish out one more term.
The Beacon revitalization is well known, and it hasn't been by accident, but by a consistent string of strong leaders, like Jim Fredericks and Clara Lou Gould before him. Still, Randy feels that the new influx of people is not really so new, but the attitude of the people who are here has helped to make it what it is today.
I hear this all the time, you know, the new Beacon and the old Beacon. And I try to remind people, I lived in Beacon all my life, but my father came from New York City. So it's always been people moving to Beacon, and once you move to Beacon, you are Beacon. There's a group in Beacon called I Am Beacon, and what that means is if you're here and you want to be part of it, you got to get involved and make things happen. Don't depend on somebody else to get it done from you, and it don't matter if you lived here one day or 50 years. And you know, the older people in Beacon are the cornerstone. They built it and kept it going. The newer people giving it new life. And together, it makes it the community it is today, which is probably one of the best cities on the Hudson River from New York City to Albany.
So when I look down Main Street, I remember what you had said to me a while ago, which is that you want to handle your being mayor as a businessman more than a politician. You feel that you're doing that with the way this is growing?
Yes, and you know, as I tell a lot of people, and I firmly believe this, as a politician, you're only as good as your community. And what the people in your community want to give back to your community. And these small businesses all work together and give back to our community by helping to have events, to help to make Main Street vibrant, and they try to promote each other.
And the promotion of growth just keeps on growing.
This empty lot that's been empty for many, many years in Beacon, Longview Hotel is supposed to put a 10-room boutique hotel up here with a commercial retail spot on the bottom, and that will be great for Beacon, because one thing, we have the Roundhouse that has hotel rooms, but we could really use more hotel rooms right here in Beacon. Charlie, here's an old firehouse in the late 70s or 80s when they felt it wasn't safe to be a firehouse anymore and they decided to build. There was talk to consolidate the one firehouse way back then. And because of political pressure and stuff, they decided to build one new one for Tompkins Hose and rehab the other 2 firehouses, Mace Hook and Ladder and Beacon Engine. But as you can see, a business person in Beacon bought it, and they made Hudson Beach Glass, took it over. And right now, this is an economic engine for the city of Beacon.
But with that growth comes some concerns.
We have parking concerns and traffic concerns. The county did a parking study for us that we're working with to see how we move forward with parking, especially as we put more density. And the joke to me is parking's a problem, but you know what? I don't see it as a problem because I lived here when you could throw a bowling ball down Main Street and not hit a parked car because there was nobody in Main Street. So parking becomes the evil of good economic things because people want to come to your community. They're here now. And anywhere I've went that things were good, there was always traffic. And it was always hard to find a place to park. You know, we're following our master plan. Our master plan says build density closer to your business district because the more people you have, the better chances your businesses have to survive.
And that's what Beacon has been all about, helping businesses survive so that its community can thrive. And a mayor who is not yet ready to give up his lifelong dream.
From the time I was about 19 years old, I told all my friends and anybody that would listen to me that someday I was going to be the mayor of this city. It was always one of my dreams that I wanted to do. I always believed in Beacon. I can't tell you how proud I am to be a homegrown person and be able to be the mayor and represent the people of Beacon, the new people and the old people that lived here for many years. And I just think there's such a synergy going on right now. It's only going to get better over the next 4 years.